what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Welcome to our website. We've got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
Tú quieres ser mi amigo, no puedo estar contigo, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Cuando llamaste ayer, la voz de una mujer exigiéndote me hizo comprender que sigue siendo el mismo. Y tú no sabes el dolor que llevo dentro del corazón. No puedo ser tu amiga, no importa lo que digas, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Y tú no sabes el dolor que llevo dentro del corazón, porque cuando te quise a ti, tú me dejaste ir. Ser tu amiga, no importa lo que digas, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Qué bueno que te has ido, no eres enemigo, pero recuerda bien que aquel que siempre da recibirá lo mismo, recibirá lo mismo, recibirá lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Jordana, Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your host, Jordana, Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Monday morning.
Monday
Monday. Monday afternoon.
Monday afternoon, yes. Monday morning. Oh, look at this. I got
What you got?
tickets
Right
to
here.
last night to the movie theater.
You and Steve Gubb were the same shirt for
holy
24
smokes,
hours.
how many freaking
How many
tickets?
people did you go with?
No, I got a bunch of tickets in my pocket. I guess I put everything in this.
Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday to you.
That's because I took my horse medicine. What?
All right,
What?
thanks.
Who? Yes, thank you. I guess I have to take my horse medicine.
I just don't understand that.
Summer, you heard the latest? To fight against the COVID virus, people are taking medicine that is meant for cows and horses.
I have not heard that one yet.
Yes, they are now giving a warning. Do not do this, or you would drop
Unless
an
you are
eyeball.
a cow or a horse.
Well, the last I look in here, I don't see. Well, maybe one or two.
It always makes me think of when I'm stretching, I do like cat cow. And then when you say that, I'm like, cow horse? Just wondering. Cat
What the
cow?
hell is a cat cow? What is that?
You know, cat cow? It's a stretch. It's a yoga pose. It's like cat cow.
It's a what?
It's a stretching
And,
exercise.
and then you know what she's talking about?
You guys know cat cow?
I've heard of that.
See? No, cat cow.
You have never heard of that. You have?
Yeah.
You have? That's just like the movie that you said you saw that you never did.
Untethered. You ever watch Untethered? Oh my God.
I never watched Untethered. You didn't watch Untethered. Nobody watched Untethered until.
I did.
You watch Untethered.
And then you say cow horse, and I think cat cow, so anyway.
So you do yoga also?
Sure, a little bit. I try to stretch.
You do a cat and a cow in
Cat
a
and
pasture?
cow.
I do Madonna.
You do. 1 sip, 2 sip, 3 sip. Floor.
You got to talk to.
You know, we have to let her, indoctrinate her into the world of Capistara.
We have to bring her a new name now. She has graduated to another level.
We've got
of
Summer Piep
understanding.
joining us from Palm Beach Distillery at my favorite Capistara vodka, gin, and rum distillery she's got, but my favorite is always the Capistara. So we have not, I don't think, given Alana any of it to try.
Alana's name has to change.
What are you going to call
I
her?
don't know yet. What do you want to call her?
Alana, she says.
No, Alana, forget about it. You've graduated from that.
Darts?
What?
Darts.
Darts.
Ours. I feel like the
She
movie
walked
series,
in.
but we can't
She
do that.
walked in with all the guys to the Awful Dodger, and she walked in. She says, and she just threw it, and boom, bullseye. And these guys were like, "How'd she do that?" It took them 3 days.
She goes, that's awesome. Yep.
It's like women have this streak about them
We
to just
stick
do everything
together.
the best. The best.
We stick
And
together.
guys suck because we can't do a damn thing right.
That's not true. Did you see Pfizer has just now announced they have now approved FDA approval of the Pfizer.
I'm sorry.
FDA has now approved the Pfizer
Yes.
vaccine.
So all of a sudden, everything changes now. Go out and get your shot. Is that what you're telling me?
Go out and get your vaccine, is all I can tell you.
I heard that they just approved the booster.
They approved Pfizer in general.
I know, but people now are going to line up for the booster.
Yes, people are going out to get the booster for sure. Definitely do what you got to do. Check with your doctor, make the right choice. But get vaccinated is all I can tell you. And wear your mask. Anyway, we've got Jordana Foster joining us, host of Ready, Set, Go Beyond, and business strategist and marketing coach and everything she does, joining us virtually. We've got our good friend Summer Piep joining us from Palm Beach Distillery. It's been a minute, as they say, Summer. But welcome back. We've missed you for sure. We've got Jay Harmon doing his latest show. He's in Studio B doing his magic in there, his pinup. It's Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit? Really?
It says keep it on, I think.
Really?
Did you see it, guys? Doesn't it say keep it on?
Yeah, something like
I
that.
think it says keep it on with Jessica Rabbit from
She's the
here
one
up.
from that movie?
Yes.
The cartoon?
From Roger Rabbit.
From the cartoon?
Yes.
Jessica Rabbit with the big,
Yes,
bodacious
exactly.
mask.
You wanted bodacious, and he gave you bodacious.
I wanted bodacious?
I did, actually.
You wanted bodacious?
I wanted bodacious. I
But
wanted
it's a
pinup.
cartoon.
That's okay.
We should have brought in Danielle.
She's not a cartoon.
No, she's not. She definitely ain't no cartoon.
Oh, but we'll see how that comes out. But Jay Harmon's on a roll with all his pop art, keeping you safe, keeping your mask on. I'm telling you, just I always say, if you want to kill yourself, don't do it. But please don't do it and hurt other people. I mean, it's crazy.
If you want to kill yourself.
I can't tell people not to. You should not.
How come they don't put the thing on the bottom for her? What Dawn says is not accepted by the
Don't
show.
kill yourself, but if you choose to harm yourself,
Wait a minute.
don't
Put the
harm
damn thing
everybody
on
else
the
at
bottom.
the same time.
Wait a minute. They don't do that to you.
I just don't
Where
get
the
it.
hell?
I told you, I went to a restaurant last night and no one had a mask on. None of the servers, none of the waiters, none of the hostesses, none of the chefs, no one. I left.
I created the mask feeder. So you wear this mask that goes all the way down to your feet, and you put the food inside the mask, and you eat it like a cow.
The thing is, like, we're vaccinated, right? And you think, okay, I don't need to do that. Cat
You
cow.
notice you laugh, he laughs. She doesn't even breathe
Cat
it.
cow. Because I'm thinking grass in a bag. How's he doing that is what I'm thinking.
Food, not grass. The food, the salad. In your world, it probably would be grass.
Cows don't eat food.
Yes, they do.
They eat
A
grass.
cow will eat anything you put in its mouth. How many cows have you had in your day?
How many of you?
On the farms,
I own the farm. I have plenty.
say like they wouldn't eat anything.
They eat everything. They're like goats. They'll eat cans.
No, pigs will eat anything.
Yes, pigs will eat anything. A
You
cow
guys
will
could
eat
grab
anything.
some mics, though.
Oh yeah, we should, shouldn't we?
It's like I tell you.
I know.
guys,
I know. Let's take a quick chat with Summer, and then we're going to head over to Jordana and see what she's got going. What have you been up to?
A lot of no good. No, just staying busy, trying to get the brand out there. Summertime's kind of a slow time for alcohol. You know, people are getting ready to change their menus in restaurants and stuff like that. So it's kind of the slowest time, but it is starting to pick back up. We've had some really good placements in Fort Lauderdale. S3 just picked us up, and so they're doing a feature, which is awesome. Yeah, a lot of other places in Fort Lauderdale where we seem to be moving really well. Las Olas is kind of our jam right now. A lot of places on Las Olas are carrying our product, which is awesome. We're still in all the liquor stores.
That's awesome.
Palm Beach Distillery is in Total Wine, Ocean Wine and Spirits, Palm Beach Liquors, Pat's Liquor. Go out and visit your local liquor stores and grab a bottle. Help support us, support them. And, you know, we're just still trying to move into some other states. We've got some things going on to hopefully be in their listing by the new year. This is when they start ramping up and getting new listings and all the paperwork done in all these other states. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on, trying to get the right paperwork to all the other states. So we've got a potential list of about 8 to 10 other states that we're hoping to be in by the end of this year, if not the beginning of 2022.
That's amazing.
but you can sell all over Florida, right?
Yes, we can be all over Florida. So we're starting to really expand our distribution. We used to be just in the 3 counties, Palm Beach County and surrounding, and they expanded over the last several months. And so our product is slowly moving outward and upward and throughout the entire state. So we're talking Orlando and Tampa and everywhere else. So like I said, it's the slow time of year, but this is the time where you introduce it, and hopefully by the end of the year, during the season, during the holidays, it's when it's really going to start to pick up, and you'll see it in all the liquor stores throughout the state. So
Do you do tastings?
I taste
they
it
are
every day.
starting to do tastings again, but with the pickup of COVID again, it's kind of hit and miss, but we are starting to do tastings again in the liquor stores. I used to do it every weekend, and then with COVID it was like we weren't allowed to go into the liquor stores and do tastings anymore, but they're slowly bringing it back. So I'm going to start getting out there again, and you'll see me at the liquor stores on weekends doing a tasting and stuff. So hopefully we'll get back to it.
That's what a lot of the other people that we deal with are beginning to start the tastings again. Because it's one store at a time is the way they're telling me the way things are moving
Yeah.
right now, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you have so many different brands, different things that you're doing? Everything's still the same? Did you introduce something different? I know you changed the labels.
We did do the label change, which I think is a really good change just because it focuses more on being local. And not only that, but Palm Beach is a vacation destination. So that's why I like expanding into these other states. They recognize it as a place that they go on vacation, you know. And so they want to take a part of that vacation home with them. And that's why we wanted to focus, excuse me, a little bit more on putting Palm Beach Distillery on, you know, front and center on the label. So we did have that label change, but other than that, we still have the same products. Right now we've got the vodka, the rum, the gin, and Capistara, the vanilla caramel vodka. I do have an aged, almost 3-year aged rum that I'm going to be introducing, but I'm still working on that one. I don't want to put too many things in the pot at one time, especially with being the slow time of year. I think once, you know, we start picking everything back up with, you know, the season coming and everything, and the product starts moving more, then we can introduce a new label. So
How long does rum should
How
it-
much longer are you going to
Yeah.
age it?
I have pulled it out of the barrels, so it's done aging. I just need to bottle it and get it out.
How is it?
It's delicious. It's so good. It's more like a bourbon.
Because you have it in the barrel, right?
Yeah, I had it in the barrels. I had it in bourbon barrels for 2.5 years.
I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? If you do, that's scary.
What?
I want to share it with Darren.
That's interesting because they'll be here Friday.
Because he has the bourbon coffee. How cool would it be to introduce the bourbon rum coffee,
That is interesting. Yeah, he does have the bourbon coffee, which is a big seller for him.
right?
Interesting.
Our coffee growers and roasters, Don Pablo, and he's just spectacular. So they're coming in on Friday.
Okay.
They are the makers of the Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee. They're also, you can find Don Pablo coffee in Costco. You can find it everywhere. But they have this great bourbon coffee, which would be kind of cool to try the rum bourbon infused in their coffee.
Yeah,
And
and
he
it'd be
tries
fun.
everything.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting,
It'll be
right?
an interesting, yeah, it's very interesting. Interesting little switch there.
So see if we can get a little sample of that before Friday.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I want to know if for Christmas, I want to get a ship in a bottle. Because I think you have one, no, in your store. Where did I see this? A little ship inside a bottle.
Well, I don't have a technical ship in a bottle, but I have the Lego version. Maybe that's what you saw in my office.
I saw something. Well, I'm going to call somebody because I know there's a company out there that they give you ships in a bottle.
Okay.
And then what I want to do is I want to fill it with the vodka.
Here's what people are writing, Adrian actually. Way back in the day, I had a friend who distilled vodka. It was popular locally, but further out, not so much. She created a number of signature drinks, which she then put into the high-end restaurants, and they loved the signature drinks, and the business took off as it became the drink to have.
A house drink, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do have some signature drinks. Like I said, I have the one that I make with Capistara, the
Cake by the Harbor.
Cake by the Harbor. But you kind of have to, it's like you have to give the restaurants the ideas of signature drinks because it does make your brand. But it's hard to trademark stuff like that or something like that. There's so many different drinks out there. But yeah, it's a good idea to have signature drinks at different restaurants and things like that because that's what people ask for. They're like, oh, I want the Cake by the Harbor. I want this, I want that. And it starts to get out there, and that's what people know it for. And so it does definitely help. It's hard to do, but it helps.
We should visit 30 restaurants a month.
In the middle of COVID, yeah, okay. We're in. I'm all in.
In a spaceman suit.
I'm all in, yeah, on that
and then you
one.
introduce the drink. I'm going to tell you, it would freaking work.
You got to introduce a signature drink. It could be Cake by the Harbor. I think it's a great summer drink.
It's a fun one. There's so many different things you can do with the vanilla caramel vodka as well. That one could have so many signature drinks on its own. But vodkas have a lot of different things out there, but we can definitely come up with some things. So.
Yes, you heard it right. Vanilla caramel infused.
Well, I know
vodka.
somebody who loves your gin. Will not drink
Thank
any
you.
other
Oh my gosh,
gin.
Wayne Henry.
What a pain.
I
He
love
says,
him.
if you
Your
don't got the
gin.
gin.
I love him. He's so sweet.
He goes, you
and
don't
I
got the gin,
appreciate
I
that.
take something else. I said, okay.
He does gin and Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah. He takes your
Gin and Sprite, gin and Mountain
with
Dew.
toilet water if there's nothing to mix it with.
Well,
He
I
loves
love
it.
that about him, so I appreciate his support.
And I'm gonna tell you,
It's a good gin.
And he's a big gin drinker for years, and he says yours is one of the best he's ever had.
I love
Yep.
that. What a sweet person.
You can check out Palm Beach Distillery. You can get it at, oh my gosh, Total Wine, Oceans.
Ocean Wine and Spirits, Palm Beach Liquors, Pat's Liquor. We're working on all the other big chains right now and all the other
Restaurants.
independents and restaurants and hotels and you name it, but we're getting out there. So
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more with Summer Piep, and we've got Jordana Foster joining us from her home studio. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee. The official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
In Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Don't go too far, not without me near you. I can hardly bear it when you're not here at my side. Try one more time, throw the dice and hopefully Lady Luck will make the point and score this one for me. You're my rainbow, pot of gold on either side. Daytime, nighttime, you are on my mind. Don't go too far, then I cannot lose you. Hold my hand, you'll understand that love was meant for two. You're my rainbow, pot of gold on either side. Daytime, nighttime, you are on my mind. Don't go too far, then I cannot lose you. Hold my hand, you'll understand that love was meant for two.
I love it when we put music on the show. First we had,
Ebony, yes.
and that song makes me cry every time I hear it. Her mom wrote that
Puedo?
song.
What's El Puedo
No
mean?
puedo.
No
I
puedo.
can't. I can't. It's outrageous. So that song, I'm gonna tell you, when I put it on the Latin beat, is outrageous. And then you just heard little cool jazz music with our friend JC. And I just love it when we fill the studio with music. So all
JC
this
Dries,
stuff.
and some music, some Capistara, some good friends. We've got Jordana Foster joining us all the way from the Miami studio. So let's bring Jordana over. She's the host on Tuesday nights at 7:30. Our Ready, Set, Go Beyond show, going on 3 years.
That's crazy.
Jordana,
Is
I don't know
that
what the
true?
last year, next month, I think she's 3 years.
Yeah, but
September.
you gotta subtract COVID. So that's
Why? She did not stop.
No, I'm not
Yeah, but we-
subtracting anything. I didn't stop.
She did not stop.
so I guess.
What do
it's
you
3
mean
years.
subtracting? My show kept going.
Yes, she did. 100%.
So what are you thinking that I'm supposed to subtract? I'm curious.
3 years. I can't believe.
Ah, she's got her painting
You
in the
didn't
background.
answer the question.
I'm still stunned.
3 years.
I remember the first time I said, "Here's a mic, go interview those people in the booth at Conscious Co-op."
Yep.
And she said, "Say what?" I didn't even know you, did I?
No,
No,
that
we
was
had
the
met her
first
like
time
once
we
or
met.
twice. Yeah.
Once or twice by who?
She was listening to us on the radio, I think. She heard us.
Oh, but I thought that we met I'm trying to remember which came
met us
first. I
before.
thought that happened first. And
I don't
then
even remember
came,
how
no?
I met you.
I don't even remember.
Nope, she
I
met
came
us
to
first.
the studio and
Yeah. And she worked with us and she sponsored with us, and then she's like, nope, I need my own show. So off we
Right.
went, and here you are 3 years later, growing with, oh my gosh, always such great words of wisdom, the word of the day. And I think Friday I told Freddie there was a word of the day. My word of the day Friday was forgiveness. I said, Jordana always has the word of the day. Mine is going to be forgiveness. He did not agree with
Wonderful.
it. Somehow you have a way better tactfulness of getting your message across than I did.
Jordana, she's taking that whole story out of context.
I would
Nothing to
tell
do with
me
it.
what happened.
I got to tell you this, though. I had a hunch, and I'd be very happy and proud to say I was right. A lot of the things that you come on, if you haven't seen Jordana's show on Tuesday nights at 7:30, you're missing a valuable lesson to get through what we're getting through. And I listen. And you know I listen because I'm always writing questions in there. And then I follow everything you say. It sort of gives me the emphasis for the week. Those words that she uses. And forgiveness happened the day after you used that word, something happened, which shall remain out in left field. And it perturbed me for different reasons than people think that it bothered me. It was a whole different, deep conversation. And we'll have it. We'll have it off the air. And I'm looking at how things are right now and how you do what you do. You didn't do this before. You're a great speaker. You have plenty of clients all over the place. Some of the places that she let me in on are tremendous in what she's doing, changing businesses and lives and everything else. So I have to tip my hat because you became the teacher and you taught me the lesson. When I first met you, I thought I was trying to teach you something, and you flipped it. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm always a learner and a student. So as much as I feel that I have to teach and share and train and coach on, there's so much. We can't ever think that we know everything. So that's why it's so important for us to surround ourselves with people who can help us give us a different perspective and have us build our awareness. So I appreciate what you said, but I learned from you. I learned from both of you. We need to be open to growing.
I want to ask you, Jordana, you always start your show, you tell everyone who you are, and as a mindset coach, you go into it. I feel right now the mindset coaching is almost number one on the ranks of where we need to be in business or in life. Because we can keep putting money into our business, we can get loans, we can invest, we can look for clients. But if our mindset is a little bit off, we're not going to bring in what we should really be bringing in. How does that work?
100% you are on the money with that. So our thoughts determine everything. And that's why the mindset, people, business owners, business managers, team leaders, entrepreneurs, everybody, they don't realize that everything starts with the mindset. And not just our team's mindset, because they feed off of us, right? If we're not feeling it, if we have doubts, if we have limitations in where we can go, then do you think they're going to outthink that? They're not, because they're looking to us from a leadership standpoint. So mindset, what I do is I help. We're not going to get rid of the self-doubt and limiting belief. It will always be there. And everybody, what do you mean you can't get rid of it? No, we can't, but we need to know that it's going to be there, and what tools do you have to equip yourself so that you can move past them, so that you can say, I'm going to do this in spite of how I feel today or the obstacles in my path, which we all have and have had over the last year and a half and continue to have. So you're so right. Businesses right now are still so focused on bottom line, which I get it, because we need the money, right? But you're not going to bring in the money and have the ROI if you're not investing in the mindset of yourself, your leadership team, and your employees, your staff. And that's such an oversight that's taking place. The businesses and organizations that are investing in my training and my coaching, they're thriving because they're putting the priority of people first.
You know, there are
And
days
themselves first.
he'll say to me, if I'm in a bad mood in the morning, he'll say, you may as well just go home. He says, because if you're going to walk into the studio like this, you may as well not walk in because nothing's going to get done unless you, as you say, pack it away or unpack it, whatever you have to do. He said, so either fix it or go home because just don't come in like this. Do you think that's true for businesses? If you have all this stuff in your head and you don't unpack that garbage, when you get to work, how good are you?
You're not. And it has to start in the morning. That's why when I do trainings and coachings, we focus on your morning routine. It starts there.
So it starts when you wake up. It starts before you go to work.
It starts when you wake up. You're talking about, it's interesting. Everybody thinks when you're getting to the door and walking in. It actually takes place the moment you open your eyes.
Interesting.
And the gratitude piece of it, which can change everything. And it has, because no matter how bad things are, there's always something to be grateful for. So if you can focus on that, if you even have a business, if you have a job, be grateful for that. It might not be what you want or where it needs to be right now, but that you have within your power and grasp how to get better and to help your people get better so that your business can get better. People just want their business to get better. They want their jobs they want to get that promotion, but they need to grow themselves first in their mindset and their thinking, in their communication. And they just want to go right fast into the performance. It will all get you there when you connect the dots, but you have to start in the morning with the mindset and having the tools, and also a mentor, a coach, a trainer who's going to be an accountability partner and hold you to it, because we're all guilty of feeling those feelings, but it's what we do with those thoughts and feelings that keeps us stuck.
What are some techniques, I'm sorry, Freddie, in the morning? I know I don't want to give away your business, but is it more than meditation?
A lot more. So everyone wants a quick fix, right? It's just like if you want to lose weight, you can't just take a pill, right? We all know you have to eat healthy, you have to exercise, you have to keep your body moving, it's drinking a lot of water. It's not just one step, and it's not immediate. So meditation is such an important piece of it because it gets us quiet. And there's so much noise, and we're so busy, and we need to have a daily routine and someone to help you be accountable, some strategies to follow and some tools to be able to hold on to, because we're gonna fall off sometimes, and then we need to get back up again. It's never gonna be perfect. So one of the best compliments I've heard is from a client says, I had a really bad day. I was talking badly to myself and you were in my head. And I heard you say that. So we really need to establish it from the first minute that we wake up in the morning, before we even put our feet on the floor.
You know, I want to bring Summer into this conversation as well, because it's really simple to listen to the negative. You know, people will give you bad advice because bad advice is free. And it's really simple. I mean, I've been in the radio business 12 years, maybe 15 years. And if I had a nickel for everybody that tells me radio, AM, FM don't work, I would be a very wealthy man today. It does work. It has always worked. It's been around longer than any business out there. But bad advice is cheap, because it's okay to tell somebody, if you do this, you're going to fail. Because being a failure, there's no skin in the game. Oh, she failed. Okay. It's easier to fail at something than it is to work at something. You know? Now, you were a female business person. This is not an easy market for anybody. And here it comes along a female, which is doubly as hard, and you have to keep at it. Same thing with Jordana. You're in a male structured, allegedly, business. But the game has changed. Everything has changed. Definition has changed. Delivery has changed. Presence has changed.
Yep.
So all these bad ideas, Jordana, how do you tell people, you know what? Like I say, don't bring it in here. I don't need it anymore in my life. I've been through all that negative. There's only one way for me. That's it. How do you tell people, enough, stop? Do you just say stop?
I usually do. I mean, when people hire me, it's not because I'm going to allow that to continue, because it's not worth the time, money, and energy that they're investing with me. So there needs to be a commitment of what they're willing to do. But there's also an important question to ask my clients when I train a group. I was training a group of 125 virtually, or if it's just a business owner of one or a team of 10, it really doesn't matter the size. The question is the way that you're thinking serving you? Are those thoughts, that bad thought that you have today, serving you? And what your goal is, whatever that goal might be. It could be financial, it could be relational, it could be emotional, it could be from a business standpoint, physically. What is that going to help you or hurt you? And you need to be honest with the answer.
Well, you better size up, no? You should size yourself up. You better like yourself.
That's a whole nother conversation. Self-worth, please. There's so many people who don't feel that they're worthy of what it is they want. So they stop midway before they even experience what it was that they deserved and they desired, because they didn't have that confidence and self-esteem and that self-worth. And that stops everyone. If you know, like I know what I deserve. There's no question. And but I will tell you, it has not been easy, and it's still not easy. I work hard for what I get, and I know that I deserve it. And everybody else here should know that they deserve it too. But you can't expect that it's easy.
Can you guys give
the
me a
idea is simple.
Because I want to bring Summer into this. And Summer has this great tattoo that says, I am enough, right on her arm. I saw it this morning when you walked in. So I have to bring you into this conversation as to when did you get the tattoo and why?
This is my most recent tattoo. I've got a lot. But this is my most recent. It's because it's just that daily reminder of, this industry is very hard. Life in general right now is very hard. And you've got to tell yourself, sometimes maybe you don't have that great image of yourself or whatever, that self-worth, that you've got to kind of talk yourself into it. And this is kind of just my daily reminder when I look at it or, catch a glimpse of it, like, oh, right, that's there. Like I see it every day and it says, I am enough. And it's, I am enough. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm pretty enough. I'm whatever enough. I'm whatever it is in business and life in general. It's just my daily reminder that I am enough. I can do enough. I am a good mom. I am a good business person. No matter whether I'm struggling today or, excelling today, you still need that little boost. And that's kind of why that's there and where that came from.
Because I think it's true. Some days we have those down days where whatever it is, whether it's family or business or all of the above, and you think, how do I get up and do the next thing? If it's a family struggle, you somehow slip back into that family mode, but you're on the business, and vice versa. How do you keep going, Jordana? Is that your dog?
Yes, she likes this topic.
Like your dog or your son? I know your sons aren't there. So.
My dog, no. So what's important is that we're never always going to feel 100% on. We're going to have things that happen, whether physically, emotionally. There's things that happen in our business that with a client or a friendship, someone in our family, there's always something, right? We're human beings, that's a given. But find one thing on those days, just one, that you can really focus on and take the emphasis off of what isn't going right and how you're not feeling right, and what you can do, just one. It doesn't have to be so huge that it's so overwhelming you won't do it, but something small that'll make you feel good and kind of take you off that path. Because as soon as you do, then it will then reframe the rest of your day as well as your mindset, and you'll start to feel better about things because you were able to accomplish one thing.
Yeah, they say making your
So
bed should
that's-
be the first thing that you do in the morning because you've
Yes.
now accomplished one thing. Putting your dishes in the dishwasher, now accomplished two things, right? So you know you're on your path to, am I right? Look, he thinks I'm crazy, but they've written books about this. Yes?
It's a great book. Make your bed.
First thing you accomplish in the morning, you get out, you make your bed. No.
You need to read the book. You'll feel differently, I assure you.
I gotta tell you, when I get up in the morning, on my worst day, I'm still better than 98% of what's going on around me. Still better. See, I don't need that kind of motivational piece because that's not me. I am, let's go, and when I get tired, I want to go some more. That's always been me. I don't stop. I don't need a pep talk. That's not, never has been me. I do the pepper talking. I don't need the pep talk. You know why? Because life is about this quick. This quick. I've seen a lot in life. I've met great people around me. I've met new kids around me. I don't got time for all of that. I gotta go. You know, today's a bad day. It rains. That's okay. I walk through the rain now. It don't make a difference. I'm gonna get wet. That's okay. Because it ain't gonna stop me from going where I gotta go. So I don't need to make my bed. As a matter of fact, I kind of like it messy. Because I know I slept in it.
So you can go back in there.
That's right, whenever I want. Whenever I want. But the bottom line here is you got to hurry up and go. You got to get it done. And when somebody's yapping in your ear and telling you all the negative things in life, that's okay too. You're entitled to your opinion. But I ain't got time for that no more. You know, I'm going to be 60 next year. Right around the corner. I ain't got time for that no more. My time is up. I'm playing games with words and all this other nonsense. In my world, you either do, you either get, or you get got. You either get it done or you don't. And if you want to be a business person, if you really want to go for it, then go get it. Don't wait around for somebody to tell you you can go. This ain't red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. This is not a kid's game no more. This is real deal. I've been blowing up my phone today about people that I know that are sick, people that have died in the radio business, who were yapping in Boca about don't get the shot, died this morning. True?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Okay? No, he did die. We can't say, we don't know for sure if it was the COVID. I heard it's official. But the bottom line here is life is too short. And what I always loved about Jordana is I've known you 3 years, and I always listen to the words you say. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, Jordana came in cold, made it happen, and she's still
3 years
standing
later.
here today.
Yep.
Ain't nobody you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. Because what you've been through, and I've been to every show you've ever done, not many could do. Simple. And therein lies the truth to this whole thing. So I want to go out on the road and take it with us.
Go ahead.
I want to go on the road and take it with us because here you have somebody who's going to tell you, I've been doing it, and if I can do it, you can do it. Here's somebody who's been in the business world, tough as nails. They throw you curveballs and you keep hitting them. They throw you physical stuff and you're still keeping them. The real deal
And
is
you know
here.
what? It's not just about keeping going, not stopping, right? Is a huge piece of it. Just like motivation is great, right? I'm a motivational speaker. That's great. But you need to know where you're going. You can't just keep going. You need to that's where the other piece of it, yes, you're absolutely right. There are a lot of people who just throw in the towel and they're not even going. They just stopped. Okay, they're waiting till things get better, which we can't. If you have a business, you have to keep going. but where are you going? That's why the name from my company is Ready, Set, Go Beyond, because you need to know, not just go, you need to go beyond what you thought was possible. You need to go beyond expectations. You need to go beyond doubt that others might have or you have. So the strategic part of business and having clarity of not only what you want, but how you get there is the very important next piece. How you're communicating your brand and your message and who that client is and how that is a very important piece of the puzzle that's missing. If you keep going, great. But where are you going and how are you going to get there? You have to keep going, but then you need to have that other piece because you can't just be motivated and not take action.
Yeah, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk about that because I know where you want to go, but sometimes we need help getting, because we can't all do it alone, right? We need that that ladder to get there. Let's take a quick commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Studio A, more with Jordana Foster, Ready, Set, Go Beyond, and Summer Piep of Palm Beach Distillery. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Slick is on the board. Slick stops and goes. That's his trademark, allegedly.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We're talking about how do you keep going? What is the next step? Even though because you always say we got to go and grow. Do you know where that next step is that you want to go to, or do you just want to go?
No. Wait a minute. Of course I have a game plan.
What's your game
I've
plan?
always had a game plan. What do you think? That I've been doing this for 15 years without a game plan?
But that's what we're talking about, is knowing what your next step is.
We did a show this morning at 10 o'clock we taped it because this show, one of the few shows in my entire existence that I actually taped to air because that's what the client wants. And I have an idea for that show, but because of all the curveballs that I have to, I mean, people get sick, people you're going to interview get sick, he got sick, this person gets sick, so you sort of have to balance and change and everything else. So I change where I want to go, not because I wanted to change, but because I was forced to change. So I've had to pivot, which you hate that word, but I had to change different angles of which way I want to go.
We are.
And introduce different things. Like, we're supposed to be on the road now. And I had to stop that. I wanted to do drink-offs, and I wanted to do pop tent pieces around us. The artists are supposed to be with us on the road. I can't do these things right now. Number one, it's not healthy. Number two, it's just irresponsible for me. So I have to recalculate what I want to do. But yes, today's plan may change, but it's still a plan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so Jordana, while we have you, because I want to talk to Summer, because Summer has this incredible, I don't know if you guys have ever met.
We have.
This incredible business, this incredible distillery, woman-owned, but you do it all on your own, which, even though you know where you want to get, it's hard to do any business on your own and raise a son and do all the things that you do in life.
Yeah.
What do you tell someone who's actually trying to grow their business? They know the next step, but to get there, is it just mindset? Is it strategies? Is it everything?
It's not just mindset, because it starts with your mindset, because like we said, when you get up in the morning, if you don't feel like it, you're not going to do what you need to do, right? Whether it's for your family, for your business, you're just not going to do it. So it starts with that, but then you need to surround yourself and be very strategic about who can help you, right? What that next, obviously there's a much bigger plan for what you want to do with your brand, but look at what the next step is first. And then what that looks like and how you can get there. I mean, this is a much more complicated thing, but I think that mindset is the first piece, and it always has to be along for the ride. Always. And then it's about, for each step that you're doing, who's going to help you and collaborate with you to help you on that path. Because I don't think people think about it. We can't do everything on our own.
I mean, I know that, but I'm kind of in that boat right now where I have to, but I do want to bring on the right people, and I want to find the right people that can help me. And I think that's my most difficult task, is finding those right people that will help me in the way that I need to, or the way that I need them to. And to have that mindset, to keep that mindset, is really difficult sometimes, because when you get discouraged, like, well, this didn't work and this didn't happen, you start getting discouraged. And so your mindset starts changing, and to try to change it back or keep it constant on that positive level, like, okay, I can do this today and I'm going to get this accomplished today. It's not always feasible. It's not always going to happen. I mean, and I think that's the hardest part, is getting through that, because there are so many tasks or things in front of me that I need to accomplish and don't know how on my own, and then don't know who the right people are to bring in to help me accomplish those. And so it's kind of a constant battle within myself, of the back and forth of keeping the right mindset, but not knowing how to keep the right mindset, So it is a daily struggle, but I try to stay positive. And, I know eventually the reason that I haven't stopped or quit or shut down is because I have that feeling in my heart that that right thing is out there, and I'm going to get to it. I've just got to figure out how to get to it.
Yeah, it's funny, when I started this business 12 years ago, for the first 6 years, I did everything. And my son taught me, but I had to deliver. And I made a lot of mistakes, because you're right, you can't do it all by yourself. And to let go and trust others with your baby, it's like taking your newborn and say, here, Dan, take care of my newborn. And nothing against Dan, nothing against people.
Yeah, I do fine.
But you want it to be done the way you know it should be done. And then the levels of expectations become insurmountable for anybody. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself in quicksand. And things that you used to do real easy, it becomes a struggles for others. And I went through this for 6 years. And somebody came along and said to me, you gotta let that go. You are good enough to try something else and make it grow. And I bought in. And it's about surrounding yourself with the right people that can give you that opportunity to do the things you do. And yeah, we ain't all gonna do it your way. That's okay. Because in your mind, you're going to put in a measurement of, okay, if it doesn't work out, it's not going to destroy me. It may just make a change. It happens here. We are constantly teaching kids how to do boards and everything else. And today is a new day. Today, everybody does boards, including Dan, including everybody. Everybody, I'm gonna.
Yes, you do Jordana's board.
But that's a different
He does a
board.
great job.
But that's a different board. We are going to raise the board. We are going to raise so that even though there are going to be mistakes along the way, it's not going to cost me the business. It's just going to cause me an inconvenience. And in your world, I mean, you're the chemist, you're the bottle maker, you are the whole nine. And I was taught and told last week, me, not you, me, that I got to let go of that doesn't serve you. And that's hard for me.
That's interesting. I got that text yesterday from somebody else.
It's hard.
Yeah.
We are entering a new phase into what's going on in this 5-year plan. Some of us handle it better than others, and some of us don't. But you know what? When I look around, I am surrounded by the best minds in this game. The best. No matter what it is, no matter who it is, no matter where they come from, and no matter how old they are. So God has already told me, dummy, I've given you all the tools. Use them. Use them. Those are the words. Those are the words. Use them. And if you use them and you think about how you're using them, you can't fail. I'm going to guarantee you that. You cannot fail.
Jordana has tools.
No, and it's, first of all, I want to tell you, congratulations on the job that you're doing. And it's really important for you to feel good about what you've been able to accomplish up until this point. That's a huge piece of this, especially with what you want to still accomplish, right? So I think that so many times when we get frustrated, and we do, and I do, we all do, if we're honest, right? We need to acknowledge that we need to still keep going in spite of that. Like, you have a son, right? You're a mom, so that's your why. Not only from as a business woman-owned business owner, but my kids are my why. Like, you think about who's watching, and you can't give up.
Right.
And you wouldn't give up anyway. But the tools are really important. And that's why it's not just the words that I use, although the words are very intentional and important to me, what I say and how I say them. But we need more than just words to hold on to and then follow through with, or we're not going to. So I love being able to offer strategies and tools to help us on our way, because we're still all struggling. We don't know what's going to still happen, and we're still in the thick of it. So we need to figure this out now and not later when things do get better. Like now as business owners, because time is money. Energy is everything. So
It's the different tools and different things. What's next for you? What are you looking to accomplish?
My big goal, and this is where I've got to learn my baby steps, because I'm looking at the big goals. And so I've got to figure out the baby steps to get to those bigger goals, I guess. Right now I really just want to become a national brand. That's the big goal. To get there, obviously, there's a lot of steps in between there. I've got to have, brand recognition and, which means more sales in the local state and surrounding areas and things like that. Whether that means bringing on an investor to help me get to that next step, I'm 100% open to that. Bringing on a partner, an investor, whatever it is. But I need to be able to, financially get to that next step and mentally get to that next step. And figure out what my tools are to get me there. What tools do I have? How do I use them? How do I get there? I mean, that's really it. Not just becoming a national brand eventually. I know that's not like going to happen next month or, anytime soon, but to put those baby steps into play to get the next state, to get the following state, to get so many counties, to get whatever it is. I just need the right tools and the right people, the right partners in my life to be able to accomplish that. And then essentially I want to be, a mentor for women in the industry or for other avenues. I'm huge on charity and things that are important to me, whether it be cancer, whether it be, domestic abuse, whether it be, so many other things. There's so many important things in my life that I would like to be a mentor to people, but I want to have not necessarily a platform, but be able to, be successful enough that I can make that change.
Like I've always said, you just need the right set of lips for her product.
Well, I kind of feel like now that you put it out there, and I don't know why I'm feeling this, Jordana, I think sometimes we keep ourselves so stuck and we know what we want, but until we actually, sorry, I'm going to say this, let it go, of getting that stuckness out, until we actually verbalize and say, all right, universe, God, whatever it is, this is what I want. But then you have to take the actions, right? You can't just say this, God, drop a rainbow of gold and a pot of gold in front of me. It would be lovely, but we do have to take the actions to get to our desires once we verbally acknowledge it. And I think what's one of the great things about working with you, Jordana, is people have to acknowledge what their next step is. And you work with them.
No, absolutely. So, for instance, I was doing a lot of executive or one-to-one coaching, personal coaching, and I still have a small group of business owners that I'm doing that with, or business professionals. But my main area right now is working with organizations and businesses that really are struggling right now with employee engagement and morale and retention and hiring and all those things. But you need to, what you just said, you need to be aware that the problem exists in order to ask for help. And then not only asking for help, but investing in the training in order to do that. So again, there's a two-step process. You have to own it, but you have to recognize that there are problems that exist before you can ask for the help that you need to get you out of that stuckness, right? That sticky spot that we all can be in. And a lot of people are so focused on the next thing and getting the money in. And don't get me wrong, money is very important as a business owner, but we need to acknowledge what isn't working and what is, and then what do you need to do for your employees and your clients in order to get you where you need to go. And that's the awareness.
It's funny. We had a young lady that came one of our very first shows, and I made an appointment for her to come into studio, and she came in with a suitcase, and she flew in from Georgia to be on the show. And I said to her, "Are you kidding me?" And she says, "No, I flew in from Georgia this morning. I wanted to be on the show." This is when we were at
North Carolina.
North Carolina. We were on the iHeart Studios. And let me tell you, I've always said, and I make fun, the right lips for your product. All I ever told her was, if somebody watches what she does, you're going to be there big time. And she now is doing a pilot. She came again, visit us here. She's doing a pilot for Netflix. Kendra Erica, when we first met her 6 years ago, was 18. And I said to her, when you're on the runway for the Grammys, I want you to hold up your cup of coffee, whatever you're drinking, and just say to me, Freddie, I made it. That's all I want in return. I found out this morning that she's in Beverly Hills, shooting a thing for a movie, a documentary, a video.
Nice.
So it's about perseverance. It's about, don't ever think you're not good enough. You got to get those thoughts out, because the world will take care of that for you. And surround yourself with people like Jordana. She's learned that bigger is better. You're teaching more people and educating more people. Facebook just changed their internal workers to January.
So did, I think, Google, yeah.
To January, because now these are some of the most brilliant minds in the business. They know that to bring ladies and gentlemen into work right now is a mistake for their business. So they're putting it off till January. So you can still get a job for Google right now if you want it. So it's all about, look at what's going on around you. You got to shuffle your feet. You got to keep that rhythm going, ritmo. That's what we call it in Spanish. And keep it going. And it will pay itself. God has a way of testing your will.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
Jordana, let me ask you, have you seen things different trending in the past couple of years, especially in the past going on 2 years now?
Well, there's a few things. Obviously, with working remotely, there's a lot more flexibility that needs to take place in the workplace. And there also, the communication, which really, more honest communication, more empathetic leadership is something that is at the forefront as well. And then again, the learning and development for no matter how small the company. I think those are all really big, important things that existed before, but not to the point that they are right now, not to the extent that they are. And it's a really important thing as we move forward, as you hear companies that aren't going back to the office until January. What do you do now? How do you talk to your team and your clients virtually? How do you make a sale now? How do you connect with your team and ask how they're feeling now?
It's totally different culture, different everything. But you work with corporations virtually. So you can have 125, 500 employees around the world, but you can still get to them to work on what? Morale, task completion,
leadership,
teamwork, leadership. Okay.
Management development, strategies, communication. Communication is a big thing. Morale is a big thing. Employee engagement is lacking right now. And a lot of people don't have that. So my goal is to make it international. I mean, I did have clients during the pandemic in Latin America, and I'm very grateful for it. So I'm looking to not, again, we can't limit ourselves. I'm looking to grow this in obviously I have clients in other states, but I want corporations in other states and countries. That's my goal. And then to be a keynote speaker as well.
Because when you realize it may be the bottom line for your business, that money coming in, but to bring that money in, you need a happy workspace. You need employees that are working hard. You need them not to be vaccine shaming. You need them to be healthy. You need them to come together as a cohesive unit. And that's what makes the business grow, right? Without all of those things, the money's not going to come. So there's so many, it's like this onion, right? This interwoven system that you are so integral part of, an integral part of this, that I want people to understand. You may not say, okay, sign this deal, but all of these other parts that come through to bring those deals forward.
Right. Well, so I do, absolutely. I offer a complimentary 45-minute lunch and learn to organizations. Why do I do that? My time is, worth money. However, it's to find out what it is that they're struggling with so that we could see if we're a good fit. And that's important because productivity needs to be there. We're all very busy, but are we productive? Do you have happy employees that enjoy going to be with you and serving your clients? Do they love being a part of your organization? Those are the important questions that I really focus on, and that ends up being the ROI.
How long are your, I don't want to say sessions, but do you have packages? How long are the programs?
So I just finished, and I'll be doing another one with them, but I just completed. They're all different, minimum of 6 months. And it's usually weekly, depending upon for an hour. And if they're local, I can do it virtually, mostly with the pandemic, or when things get better, I can do it in person. But I customize the programs based on the discovery session that I do with the owners and senior level managers. I don't just come in with my own agenda. I find out the areas that they're struggling with their employees, what they're struggling with their clients, where they want to go and where they are right now. And then we come up with a plan. That's my training. And then we have these discussions, because it's not just about me training, it's about getting them to also interact as well. They have a voice. So it's really, so again, I do usually hourly is an hour session. I usually do one a week, but if not, mandatory 2 a month, because it's not, you can't have it infrequent if people want to have growth and development.
It's interesting. And it's not just you giving a session. I'm assuming there's got to be some work on everyone on the other end. You've got to do
Yes,
the
there's
work.
homework, there's exercises, there's accountability. I don't want them just checking a box and they attended the training. They need to do the do in order to move forward and advance, because all of them want to be more and do more. So they need to do the work also. So there's definitely exercises and homework for them as well.
Interesting. And how do people reach you?
Oh, great. So they can contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. They can contact me on my website at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. Or they can reach me and follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Ready, Set, Go Beyond. And they can get a discovery session or be part of a lunch and learn and start to grow and go beyond what they thought was possible.
We'll watch the show tomorrow.
Yeah, and tune in tomorrow night at 7:30 and find out what the word of the week is, or the word of the night is. It's the fastest 30 minutes, Jordana, I think, in my entire day. Not any sooner am I listening to you and thinking about it and wanting to write a comment, and then it's over. Or you're at commercial break, and I think...
You think you have it bad? I have to do the countdown. And by
and
the
we
time
always
I look,
lose
it's
it.
always lose it.
I look, and then it's a minute, and we're there. I know, but it is such a great show. And every week we're quoting you on something. By the end of the week, I said, and Jordana said the word of the week is, because it gets you thinking, it gets you motivated. And sometimes we get so stuck in our head of what we want. And we think there's this, it's a whole nother show, Jordana, the whole imposter syndrome, the whole leadership thing. I mean, there's so many things to talk to you about, because I think a lot of people have, a lot of women maybe, imposter syndrome. How did I get to this leadership role? Why me? And now they don't listen to me. It's because I really shouldn't be here. And that's not the case at all. But once you get there, how do you to really look back and say, I got here because I deserve to be here, and no imposter syndrome? So there's so much to talk about. We got to do like a lunch and learn on all of this.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
That would be great. Get you in here and everything. So thank you so much. Tune in tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Do you have a guest tomorrow night, or are we discussing more?
I do. Matt Bodkin with Building Financial Solutions. He's one of my sponsors, and he's going to be talking about how to have a happy retirement. What does that look like? So that's going to be great.
That is huge. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so
afternoon.
much. Make it a great day. Bye.
A happy retirement. That seems to be next on the agenda.
Happy retirement?
I was watching the morning show I like on Sunday morning. There's a woman, she must have been in her 90s, and she goes out and she catches lobsters every single day with her son. Now, her son wants to retire, but mom, who's like 92, says,
no way.
I'm not retiring. They said, when will you retire? And she says, when God has me as a resident is when I will stop doing this. But until then, no complaining. You get up, you get the lobsters, and you go to work. It makes me think of you.
How many lobsters do they get? A whole basket?
Whatever she's getting, like they bite or whatever it is. But 92, she goes out on this little boat up in Boston, and she does her thing. Oh, Jay has emerged. It's unbelievable. You don't retire. You just keep going.
No, you make how many bottles of vodka a day? Wake up, 50 bottles.
100 bottles of vodka on the
100
wall.
bottles of vodka.
We could change the whole song. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's see the latest creation from our colored pencil artist, Jay Harmon. More with Summer Piep of Palm Beach Distillery, and we will be right back.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Sometimes you can't see how much people you inspire, but you always have to learn. You always have to keep it in your mind that you actually inspire some people.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Introducing Verijet, a new concept in short-haul aviation designed to get passengers closer to where they want to go. Powered by the award-winning Cirrus Vision Jet. The aviation world is talking about its unique state-of-the-art safety features, including the aircraft parachute system, and safe return that allows it to land itself in an emergency. Cabins are disinfected between passengers, and microparticle filtration treats the air every 30 seconds. All in a beautifully appointed premium cabin with plenty of room and first-class service and amenities. Verijet, the best short-haul alternative.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
He's a real wise guy.
And we are back as we close out our Monday afternoon show. Jay Harmon is in the studio, and he was recording his show because the little intricacies, and they get to do a fast forward shot of it on Thursday. So let's see what you put together today, Jay.
Okay, let's see if we can pull this up here so you can see it.
Put it on.
Put it on. That is able to be seen. It's actually
Jessica Rabbit.
who is it?
Jessica Rabbit.
With the words "Put it on," and she's wearing a mask. Now
Love
you
it.
know in the movie she becomes a person, right? And then she goes back to being a cartoon. Do you remember who the person was? The blonde?
I do not. Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
Look it up.
What do you mean, what movie?
What movie?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
He says what movie? No,
They don't know. They don't know
they're
nothing.
young. I forgot.
That's amazing, Jay. Jay's been working on this for a couple hours, and it's absolutely incredible. Your pop art pieces, I think they've all, the Uncle Sam one you still have, that has not sold yet.
The Uncle Sam one, yeah.
But this one, We Can Do It, has sold. David 2020 has sold. There's still Uncle Sam with the mask. And then you have this new one, Put It On.
And this one is still for sale if anybody is still interested before it goes on the market.
It'd be great for a plastic surgeon's office in Boca, just saying. Just putting it out there.
I was thinking about the Playtex people.
Playtex.
Yeah, the bra people.
Oh.
Is
But
Playtex a bra? No.
That is,
Playtex is plastic. No, it's not.
yeah, no, not. That's amazing, Jay.
Thank you.
So great. It was so great to have you here with us on Friday also for the book signing we did with Goldie.
Did you have fun with that?
That was good, yeah. And it was really good, and to listen to her story about her book. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't that amazing?
That was incredible.
Now we're gonna do a hippies coffee
Like
house.
a coffee house.
Yeah, coffee house. Yeah, but you compared it to that other thing, where you go to have
Speakeasy?
a speakeasy. Speakeasy and a coffee house are two different things.
Yeah, we should bring in Janetta.
I mean, I don't mind the speakeasy because I got a
Well,
piano
we have a
player
coffee
and
house,
all.
and then we had a little Capistara in it, and then we kind of have 2 in 1.
I think they want to.
Coffee house when they had like beatniks, and then they would
Yeah.
poetry and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
Coffee house, I don't really remember them doing too much of that, but I do remember the other one doing that down in the village. I used to hang out in the village, and that used to be a thing.
It would definitely be kind of cool to do. So we're going to talk about doing that. We can keep it a little more intimate. But your work, Jay, just gets better and better. It is so unbelievable. And I don't know if anyone realizes, but you need to come by to the theater, to the studio, to WNN, and see these incredible pieces. The horses that we have at NN are unbelievable, and the pop art, and you do commissioned, and we're rolling right into getting ready for the holiday season. So we're almost in September. You're thinking of Christmas, some pet portraits.
I do work on commissions. I do pet portraits. I do people portraits, and I do pop art, and anything in between. So whatever would be your interest, just get in touch with me, and I'd be very happy to work with you on doing a portrait.
We've got a whole lot of great pieces here, so they are all for sale. Just come on down and take a look at what we've got cooking here. You can also check out his website, which is?
My website is coloredpencilartist.com.
Incredible. You have a favorite, Summer?
I have a lot of favorites. I know that there's always been a couple in here that I've always had my eye on, but I really do like the We Got This one with the mask on. That one, yeah, that one's a good one right now.
That is a great one. And
It's gonna
Summer
be
was
on
loving.
the shirt soon.
You had the lady in the red hat.
Yes.
I think it was the lady in the red hat.
I think it was the lady in the red hat.
that
It
you
was-
loved. I don't even know
Yeah.
where she is.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that one before.
Yeah, that one was
The
beautiful.
red hat.
It might be in Studio B.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
got
they all get moved around, so I'm like, I don't remember.
We
where
try and
everything
move
is,
things
but-
around.
The one that I thought was Michael Jackson,
Change the feel of it. Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know.
it wasn't a red hat though.
I don't know what happened, but I'm wondering what just
It
happened
was one
here.
in a hat, but yeah.
It was the red hat, though.
I don't remember no red hat.
And we'll find it in Studio B. Lots of stuff to do, but Summer, I love having you back with us. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming
Yeah,
back.
Love to be here.
And if anyone's interested in being an investor in this incredible distillery, let us know. We'll get you in touch with Summer.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I mean, typically I'd look for somebody that has some expertise in the business as an investor. That way I can kind of lean on them as a partner, as somebody who could, maybe see things the way that I don't see things, or just, business itself, know how to look at that marketing aspect. But because that's like a hard part for me. That's another hat that I'm trying to wear, but it doesn't fit so well. But, the whole marketing and getting my brand out there, brand recognition, like what is my brand about or whatever, but just a little bit of, an investor for capital investment, just to get things off the ground and be able to have that marketing aspect and put money into that, just to keep things going and going up is really what I need in a partner, investor, whatever.
Maybe we can introduce her to Peter, Jay. Maybe we can introduce her to Peter. Maybe not as an investor, but certainly a man who knows the business really well.
Distribution concept.
Yeah.
I have another idea.
Have we done that yet? I don't know. We might have.
Peter.
I don't remember.
Not Peter. Peter, we just met recently, but what slows things down was obviously the virus and distributors and people that are in nature in the business. All of a sudden, everybody pulled back, and then when it was coming back to life, they pulled back now a second time. So, but what we got to do is, all you need is the right lips. You get a J-Lo that says, wow, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you see where LeBron James, he started his own tequila company, I think it is. And he walked into the Lakers Forum or somewhere. And he had a bottle with him, which was illegal. You're not allowed to bring your own booze, but because he's LeBron.
Yeah.
And he sold like 2,000 cases in 5 minutes.
Well, yeah,
because
he's got a platform. So
all
yeah,
I
that's
got
what
to do is find my own LeBron.
Find your own LeBron.
It's not as hard as you think. If somebody likes your product, it sells itself. And I do have an idea when I see Alex, because Alex has family in Major League Baseball and friends and stuff. And I'm going to see what happens.
See if we can bring some down. Tomorrow we're going on location to Mini Donut World down in Cooper City, and they do have adult donuts.
Ooh,
and what they do is they make their mini donuts, which are all spectacular, different flavors, and they pair it with an adult beverage. And it comes in this little pipette, and it's like a toothpick that goes in, but you can you can infuse it any which way, or you can just drink it. You can put it in the donut. You can kind of do it any way you want. But I think the Capistar would be a great winner.
I think so too.
He loved the Capistar.
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow when we go down, we can bring a bottle of that and bring a bottle of Gubba.
We will experiment 2,000 donuts with the Capistar.
We're going to bring that and a bottle of Gubba tomorrow and give that
too.
a try.
Oh my God, double fisted.
Right?
Who's driving?
Me? Slick's driving.
I don't get in the car with him when he's sober.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Jordana Foster, thank you. Always amazing information. Tune into her show tomorrow night on WWNN at 7:30 p.m., 95.3 FM and 96.9 FM, 1470 AM, and on Ready, Set, Go Beyond. Summer, we can get this delicious, all of your products where?
Right now you can get them at Total Wine, Ocean Wine and Spirits, Palm Beach Liquors, Pat's Liquor. Make sure you go to those local liquor stores and let them know that you're looking for something local. Palm Beach Distillery. We are in restaurants and bars and hotels throughout the area, but we'd like you to pick a bottle up and take it home with you. So
support local, guys. And Jay Harmon, amazing. As always.
Well, thank you. This is, still on the market, so if anybody is,
Put it on.
looking for an original, one of a kind, here it is.
It's amazing. So great. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon. Nice job on the board, you guys. We did not get them remoted in on vMix.
Oh, were you supposed to do that? Yeah. Well, wasn't Slick in charge of that? Dan, wasn't Slick in charge of that?
I'm not getting in between this.
He was, right?
I'm not getting in the middle.
But he was, right? Because that's what you kept telling me.
Alana did a lot of teaching. She was helpful. That's what I'll say.
All right, so you'll check it out tomorrow. Have a
That's
great
okay, because
afternoon.
come tomorrow, we're going to make it happen.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. As Jay says, put it on. Wear your mask. We'll see you 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can pick in every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors.